Yo, what's up, yo? This is Killer Priest, and I'm representing right now for Kofi Universe. That universe is the universe you should be in.
But I got Lupe ranked higher from a pen standpoint.
He can really rap.
He can out rap Kendrick today.
They not going for that shit.
I don't think it's the same. Kendrick has been on a run from an album standpoint, unlike anything we've seen since Kanye and Tupac. Right?
Yes,
like he has an incredible catalog from a song perspective.
Okay.
And nobody can deny that. That's why he's ranked as high as he's ranked in terms of Biggie, Jay-Z, Tupac, and all of these legends.
Okay.
But from a pen standpoint, when we talk about just writing raps, like just writing raps and actually rapping, no, I got Lupe over him. Every day of the week. 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 I think every day of the week. But I got Lupe.
YouTube, salute. Okay, rapper Micky Factz says Lupe's pen game is better than Kendrick's pen game. Let's talk about it. If you're new to my channel, thumbs up the video. Hit that sub button, click that bell icon to be notified when I upload new content and go live. I like this matchup right here. This is a great debate because it's a pick 'em, choose 'em. You're not going to go wrong. A lot of people don't realize Lupe was Kendrick before Kendrick. Lupe was doing what Kendrick is doing as far as storytelling pen game before Kendrick got on. Like before he made Good Kid, Mad City, To Pimp a Butterfly, Lupe was already doing stuff like that, But Lupe having, issues with his record label kind of thwarted his career as far as to be on a mainstream level. Because if you look at Lupe's strengths, his intricate wordplay, complex rhyme schemes, thought-provoking abstract concepts, he's known for technical skill and ability to weave multiple entendres into his lyrics. We're talking about double, triple, quadruple entendres. But sometimes his downfall can be that his complex lyrical structures are too much for the people, the masses, and people feel like they're not getting the message. But that's people that's low vibration, people who are very uneducated and they can't keep up. You see what I'm saying? Some people say that he don't choose good beats. I hate when people say that. They say the same thing about Nas, and he lacks mainstream appeal. But if you look at Kendrick, people celebrate Kendrick's storytelling, especially on Good Kid, Mad City, on Damn, how he made an album from backwards to forward, as far as like starting from the beginning to towards the end, it was going backwards, whatever. What else about Kendrick people love? His conceptual albums. The people say, oh, he's tackled social issues and personal introspections, which is true, because the All Right song, and he talks about other things, and I will give him that. But as far as people have criticized Kendrick for, they say he's a lyricist, but he's not a top tier lyricist like a Lupe, like a Black Thought, like a K Reno, like a Royce the 5'9", a J.Cole. This is what people have said, and he doesn't. He's not as dense as Lupe, but when it comes to lyricism, technical skills, and dense lyricism, I'm gonna have Lupe over Kendrick. That's me. When it comes to mainstream appeal, I got Kendrick over Lupe. And that doesn't mean Lupe is weak. I'm looking at categories. We're looking at categories, whatever. Because if I can pull up some categories right now and break some stuff down, storytelling, I'm gonna give it to Lupe. Metaphors, Lupe. Voice, maybe Kendrick. I think Kendrick. Punchlines can be a tie. Impact, Kendrick will have the impact. Influence, Kendrick. Longevity, Lupe's still doing it, but he might not be doing it on the level as Kendrick. It could be a tie. Battle tested, Kendrick went against Drake, and Drake is boo-boo to me. So we knew he was going to wash him out. That was no ifs, ands, or buts. Lupe destroyed Royce the 5'9". Of course, Kendrick got more awards than Lupe. We ain't stupid. He has more hits than Lupe. But who has a global impact? Kendrick. Now, when it comes to, you know, having the underground circuit and really tapping into like the people who's like, damn, man, Lupe is really out here doing it. Lupe is really like, bringing his dense lyrics and themes to the people who are like sleep as far as like, the hip hop heads. Lupe. Um, he has lengthy tracks. When I mean lengthy tracks, as far as like look at Mural, look at SRL 1 and 2, look at Doga's Wave Project, the album. He talk about, enslaved Africans that were coming from Africa to the Caribbean, the West Indies, quote unquote, and they went overboard, went were in the Atlantic Ocean, and they lived under the ocean, whatever. But remember, that album was like a two-part album. Because one part is dealing with the transatlantic slave trade. The second part is dealing with the drugs, as far as like the drug scheme, whatever, as far as what was going on, whatever. And the album was like what, hour and 45 minutes? And that's like a 2 disc album. So I'm not saying Kendrick can't put out stuff like that, but like I said, it's to pick 'em, choose 'em. It's what you want. It's what you want. And you can't go wrong, because I love both artists. I love both artists. I appreciate both artists. Both artists have done a lot for hip hop. Kendrick has been able to come from Compton, and take his name to another level, sold out arenas all over. Lupe, when it comes to maybe being a top tier lyricist of all time, you got to put him up there. To me, he's in my top 10 lyricists of all time. Like Lupe, his rhyme scheme, his wordplay, his lyrical trajectory, lyrical dexterity, superb. Like if you look at songs like Miro, oh my god, oh my god, yes. Like that song is what, 9 minutes? And just people, if you look at the reactions on YouTube, people are just amazed. Kendrick, when he shows his lyrical arsenal, like when he did Euphoria, that Euphoria, I heard that track was what, like 19, 18 minutes or something like that. But he just cut it down to 6 minutes and only what, 42 seconds? But he still went in. Kendrick can rhyme. Kendrick can go in. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna knock Kendrick. And like I said, Kendrick can go. But I don't think that's like something that he focuses on all the time. He's more like, I'm a well-rounded artist. Lupe's a well-rounded artist, but Lupe's gonna lean more to the lyrical prowess, that lane, like, yo, I'm going to hit this lane. I'm going to touch on, social topics as far as like maybe the prison industrial complex. Not saying Kendrick don't touch on that. They just have different lanes and not actually how they move. But pen game wise, Lupe is going to be overlooked. Lupe is going to be overlooked because he don't have the machine like Kendrick has the machine. What I mean, the machine as far as like, he's not being pushed like Kendrick. That doesn't mean Lupe is not better than Kendrick. That doesn't mean Kendrick is not better than Lupe. It's more of just the different lanes, different structures, and how they actually approaching topics, whatever. Kendrick has songs he wants to talk about, his worldview in Compton, the things he's seen, the things he's experienced throughout the world. His pilgrimage when he went to South Africa, Lupe's pilgrimage when he's been to Japan, and other things he has done in his life. And remember, Lupe teaches at a university. He teaches a course at university. So different lanes, different structures of how they actually, who they trying to gravitate to. But this right here is it's a great debate. I don't think you're right or wrong of who you pick, but I want to hear from the community. Who you got? Do you think Lupe has a better pen game than Kendrick? Let me know in the comment section. Post your comments below. Hope smash Black Panther the like button. Subscribe to my channel. Click the bell icon to be notified when I upload new content and go live. If you want to support, donate to the channel, I have Patreon. Patreon.com/KofiUniverse. Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs. Everything's in the description. Until next time, salute.